Hi everyone!
Hello everyone!
Welcome to the Hagir show on the Hagir network. We are so excited to be here with you guys today. Before we get started with the show, we want to remind you to please like, share, and comment. So that means tag your friends below, let them know that we are live. Also, don't forget, if you are following us on Facebook, make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok, and vice versa, and YouTube, okay? It is important that you don't miss a beat, so you got to follow all the pages just to make sure, okay? I promise you that's how it works in real life, okay? Also, March contest has already started. Please look for the video this weekend on how we're going to do things a little bit different. I'll give you a little sneak peek to it right now. When you submit your talent to info@hagirnetwork.com, when you submit your talent, people are going to vote on your talents. That means your friends gotta be following the Hagir Network page. They gotta vote for you so that you have a chance to win. Okay, the voting is now no longer on us 4 people anymore.
For this month.
For this month.
Yeah.
It's all on your friends. So, I will be posting a video this weekend as a reminder. But if you have submitted talent already, we will be posting it after the announcement goes out for your friends and family to vote. Okay? Last but not least, if you would like to be a part of the Hagir Network, you would like to be a part of the show, and you have something to say about whatever topic, please hit that invite button and then let us know in the comments that you have something to share about our topic. It is important that we have interaction. We love to hear how you guys think and how you guys feel about our topics. So hit that invite button. Tell us, Maya, Hagir, add me, and we will add you to the live.
Perfect.
Sorry, I was so fast.
Oh no, you're good. So for the talent, when you submit your talent this month, just know it will be your automatic approval for us to share it.
Yes.
So if you submit something and you don't want us to share, just let us know, and we will consider that too. All right.
So today's discussion, we are having an open discussion on Sudan and what is happening in Sudan. As you guys saw our special event last night, Hagir was speaking at Dickinson College on breaking barriers, diversity, and inclusion. I can't remember the whole
That's not it, but okay.
Breaking barriers,
okay.
Talking about what's going on in Sudan. So this is a special show off of the event last night. We're going to give you some important facts that you need to know about Sudan. And then we also want to hear what you have to say about what's going on with Sudan as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, still a lot of people out there who don't know what is happening in Sudan.
Yeah.
We do talk about it a lot. We have several events. And before we get into our topic, if you live in Pennsylvania, surrounding area of the Harrisburg or central Pennsylvania, you are more than welcome to join 2 young, amazing Sudanese women who has a charity that's La Charity. So we will share their website, we will share their information here. Tomorrow they have an event to raise awareness. بيعملوا في توعية للمنطقة, raising awareness in the area about the war in Sudan and how people can help.
Right.
There are so many ways that anyone can help, not just the people in Sudan, but any cause that you are passionate about. So we will share some of the information that you guys might need, and if you are in the area, make sure you stop by and support. It's also going to be live. We're going to share videos and we're going to share their information, so feel free to contact them directly. And if there is anyone that is doing an event to raise awareness about Sudan or to show people what they can do to help, please send us the information and we will make sure that it is on all our social media.
Yes. And, you know, the Hagir Network is really big on not just supporting the people of Sudan, but their endeavors as well. So that's why we're asking, if you're doing something, let us be a part. Let us share that information for you. It's imperative, and as you guys can see, you know, our following on all of our social media pages is growing and growing and growing with you all's help. So because of that, we want to be able to share it. Get what you're doing out. Just like Jabana
Excellence.
Jabana Excellence. Right now, until the anniversary, 100% of the profits go to Sudan, okay? And we posted that on the page day before yesterday, so you can go in there and you can see how you purchase to help the people of Sudan. So if you're doing something like Hagir said, let us participate and grow what you're doing together to help get the word out about what's happening.
Use us, utilize what we have. There are few Sudanese business doing something good, and they're trying to do their best to help their families. So support a Sudanese business, support a Palestinian business, support the Ukraine, support any business in the name of humanity, just to help them do what they need to do. And we will share a list of businesses that reach out to us, and we will share it with you so you can support them. And if you have a way, or you have an effort that worked, whether it's personal or business, and you want to share it with us, share it. Hey, thank you. So let's start and talk about the situation in Sudan. All right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're not going to start from the beginning. I mean, I think a lot of people know what happened as far as Darfur and the two generals, which I believe is a power play, power versus people. And, you know, being a part of your speech yesterday, listening to the story, and I've, you know, the TSO Live talk show covered the Sudanese revolution in 2019, and from 2019, I can't let it go.
Yeah.
As much as I try, you know, you forget about it, but I'll catch myself in the middle of something during the day, and then I'll just be thinking, like, what is happening here? And the other night, you know, Hagir went live on TikTok, and we were talking first for about an hour of, like, I don't understand. I don't understand how we can live daily life and not, like, our heart not hurt for
you are
what's
going
happening.
to live your life. You know, we all have to go to work. We all are going to smile. We're gonna lie if we said we're not gonna live our life. But every moment of the day that goes by, you know, we feel what is happening in Sudan, and everyone try to help in their own way, right? So Maya was shocked that there is still nothing, and things like she learned every time she's doing research. She learned that she called me like late at night, and she said she just learned that there is Zamzam. Zamzam is a camp, a refugee camp.
The largest.
The largest. أول حاجة, first of all, the humanitarian crisis in Sudan is one of the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. اسمعوا تاني الكلام ده.
The worst.
And I'm gonna say it in Arabic. الوضع الإنساني الحاصل في السودان هسه من بداية الحرب هو أسوأ وضع في العالم. The worst humanitarian crisis in the world. لكن الكلام عنه ما كتير. People are still not talking about it. You don't hear a lot in the media. We do our part. I'm trying to do my part. We have meetings, we talk to the community, we try to have people do what they can to help. Talk to your representative, talk to your officials, talk to the people around you. اتكلموا مع الناس اللي حولكم. And this is not just for organization or people who are Sudanese, but for everyone that actually care about human rights. So it is on all of us. دي مسؤوليتنا كلنا إنه أقل حاجة نعملها نتكلم, to talk and inform people. Knowledge is power. المعرفة هي قوة. So when you know something, share it with the rest of the world and give them the chance to help the way they want it.
And because you would be surprised how many people don't know what's happening in Sudan. And we saw it last night. You know, Hagir asked somebody a question about, do you know what's happening in Sudan? And they gave an honest answer, and they said, no.
We don't.
I barely know just a little bit of what's happening. So for people who are not exposed, you know, there's people out here who don't watch the news. They don't read anything on the internet or anything like that. So they are like blinded. It's like they don't see it. So it is up to us, be educated to educate. And tell somebody, hey, listen, this is what's happening. Even if that means if you have a voice and you have a cell phone, you have the ability to spread
use
awareness.
it.
And last night, Hagir said something that really hit home to me. She said, if you, oh dang, it skipped my mind. What did you say? You said if you, oh, it was so rich.
Okay, think about it. But until you you remember what we said, first of all, you can do simple things. يعني في حاجات بسيطة أنا بعملها ومايا بتعملها مثلا. مايا does it, I do it. Anywhere I go, أي مكان أنا بمشيه قبل ما أوريهم يعني لو ما عارفين أنا منو ولا أنا من وين, the first thing I say to them, what do you know about Sudan? بتعرفوا شنو عن السودان؟ ده سؤال بسيط ممكن تسألوه لأي زول حولكم لو أنتوا قاعدين في مكان برا السودان. If you are anywhere in the world, the first thing that you can do and the simplest thing, أبسط حاجة ممكن تعملوها إنه تسألوا ناسكم اللي في الشغل, the people with you at work, ناس جيرانكم, your neighbors, your friends, أصحابكم, co-workers, anyone. Ask them, what do you know about Sudan? بتعرفوا شنو عن السودان, right? And what do you know about the war in Sudan? بتعرفوا شنو عن الحرب في السودان؟ بتعرفوا شنو عن الوضع الإنساني في السودان؟ What do you know about the humanitarian crisis or the situation in Sudan? If they said they know, then give them updates, right? If they don't know, feel free and say, would you like to know? عايزين تعرفوا؟ دي أول حاجة ممكن تعملوها. That's the first thing you can do to make people, inform people عشان ما تعرفوا ناس بالوضع الحاصل. Don't just assume. ما تتخيلوا إنه الناس عارفة الحاصل. في ناس عايشين هنا في أمريكا وما عارفين اللي بيحصل في ولايات تانية. So many people that live in the United States and they don't know anything happening in a different state, in another state that they don't live in. So don't assume that people know. ما تتوقعوا إنه الناس كلها عارفة السودان شنو الحاصل شنو في السودان. Many people don't act on something because they don't have the knowledge. في ناس كتار ما قاعدين يقدموا مساعدة, ما بيعملوا حاجة لأنهم هم ما عارفين الحاصل شنو في السودان. فاستخدموا قدراتكم. أي قدرة أنتوا عندكم. Anything that you have. The network, tap into your network. حاولوا شوفوا أصحابكم في الفيسبوك, أصحابكم في الشغل, see what's gonna make a difference. Like I can sit here and talk to you all day long about this. It's not gonna do good. It will be a relief for us. يعني ممكن نقعد نتكلم عن الحاصل هنا كل يوم, مش لكن شنو اللي بنعمله في أرض الواقع. What are we doing in real life? Okay, so some of the things that me and group of Sudan, like a lot of Sudanese here, they do something that called Sudan Advocacy Group, right? في مجموعة بتاعت سودانيين كبيرة جدا ما بسيطين قاعدين يعملوا جوابات, بيعملوا they do letters to officials, بيعملوا اجتماعات مع ناس في كونغرس في غيره, رغم إنه الحاجات دي ممكن ما جابها نتيجة. I don't see any result. I lose hope most of the time. But does that make us stop? الحاجة دي بتوقفنا أبدا. يعني ما وقفنا اجتماعات من بداية الثورة, مش كده لحد الليلة. But is it going anywhere? It might feel like you're not doing anything. ممكن تحس إنه أنت اللي بتعمل فيه ده ما جايب نتيجة. And there is nothing is happening in real life. You know, you will feel depressed, you will feel stressed. ممكن تحس إنه أنت يعني قول لك شنو بننقش في حجر. أنت زول بتعمل في شنو? What are you doing? But that doesn't mean stop trying. At the end of the day, we get the chance to choose when we turn off
Yeah.
the bad news.
Yeah.
نحن في نهاية اليوم.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Dang it. That's what it was.
See?
Sorry.
Yeah. What I said the other day is I have the leverage and I have the ability to turn off the news. يعني احنا عندنا مقدرة، احنا برا السودان عندنا مقدرة اننا نقفل الأخبار ونمشي نرقد ننوم. We have the ability to go to sleep or try to go to sleep and turn off everything. People in Sudan, they don't have this luxury. أي زول قاعد في الحرب في السودان هسه ولا قاعد في القاهرة ولا في تشاد ولا في أي منطقة, any neighboring country where there is refugees, they don't have the luxury of turning off the bad news. They live there. So imagine that you don't have the choice of laying there and having a bomb hit you, or getting shot, or somebody walk in a house. In Al Jazeera, in a state called Al Jazeera Madani, currently people are going into people's houses, and I just heard today that a group of Janjaweed went into somebody's house. They had a I think either a wooden or a lash, like a regular lash. They put nail on that and they start beating that person until he died. So when people went into the house, they found his body. الحاجة دي حصلت في الجزيرة. Every Sudanese person probably know what I'm talking about. But this is an example of the horror. ده مثال للرعب اللي عايشين فيه الناس جوا السودان. The horror that Sudanese people are living now. They don't have the luxury of leaving their house without thinking or knowing that they're going to get shot, they're going to get bombed, they're going to get raped, they're going to get killed. Something bad is going to happen to them or their family. ما عندهم إمكانية إنهم ينوموا بالليل بدون ما يكونوا بإحساس حاسين إنهم آمنين, to feel that they're safe and secure. When they move from their houses, لما نطلعوا من بيوتهم يمشوا either another state displaced or refugee, يبقوا لاجئين في دولة تانية, بيتعرضوا لاحتداءات. They face violence. They face abuse because they're in a country that they don't know anyone. قاعدين لهم في دولة ما بيعرفوا فيها زول. They don't have income. ما عندهم إمكانية غير أهلهم البرة. Their family outside of Sudan or any refugee place, they're the only source of income for them because there is no jobs there. What are they going to do? That's the first thing. The second, that country, الدولة اللي هم مشوا ليها, they are going to feel like you're here, you're taking our resources. So they're going to treat them badly. So that's why if you are in any country, if you are in Egypt, an Egyptian, Chad, Ethiopia, all of those citizens as المواطنين في الدول دي, please be mindful with the people who are there as refugee. يتعاملوا مع الناس اللاجئين ديل بإنسانية لأنهم they did not choose to be there. ما في زول اختار صحة الصباح وقال أنا عايز أبقى مشرد, عايز أبقى لاجئ, عايز أبقى شخص برا بيتي. No one choose to be a refugee at this place. No one choose that. No one just wake up and say I want to leave my house. So be mindful about that. So that's just an ask. Even
here in the U.S.
Even in the U.S.
You go to the grocery store and I've heard it all the time. I worked
Speak slowly and clearly.
I heard it in I worked in a retail setting, so I would hear things all the time. They just come here to the United States and they,
take our jobs.
Tax free. They take our jobs. They start their own business. This, that. You don't never know what somebody
is going through.
You don't know. So to judge somebody off the bat, the Hagir Network is always talking about, not just Hagir Network, but in general, Hagir is always talking about not to judge others. And we've heard that since we were kids. But we automatically have these preconceived notions in our mind, and we all,
Those are lazy people. Those are lazy bums. يتكلموا عنهم يقولوا ده الناس كسلانين. ناس جايين هنا بلدنا عشان يشيلوا حاجاتنا. ما في زول جاكم بلدكم برغبته. يعني yeah, there is people that chose to leave and chose to go to a different country to work. That was by choice. ده اختيار. يعني زول اخترب مغترب. Someone who chose to go to a different country. But a refugee, زول لاجئ, they did not choose that. It is for circumstances outside of their choice. حاجة ما باختيارهم. So be mindful of that anytime you see a refugee. Know that the only source of income they have is whatever their family sent to them. يتذكروا إنه القروش اللي بتجيهم من أهلهم. So whatever they're doing is they're doing it because they want to survive. That's it. That's one thing. The other thing is think about your life. فكروا في حياتكم. انتوا قاعدين في مكان عندكم إمكانية إنكم انتوا تطلعوا تشتغلوا. You are in a place that you can go out and get a job. You leave your house and not worried about being killed. Just think about that, okay? Think about that for a minute. عشان كده لا لما تلقى لك زول شخص جاي من دولة تانية ولا منطقة بتاعت حروب أعرف إنه هو أسأله. Ask him. Say how are you doing? Because mental health is important just as physical health, right?
Yeah. It just makes me like think. Like this morning when I woke up and I had to take my son to school, I noticed that we left our front door open. So the fact that this person...
You're so quiet. They can't hear
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. Like it bothers me because I look at the United States. I look at everything that we have here, how fortunate we are here. And just like Hagir said last night, it can happen here, okay? Just by a switch of a light switch, things can change dramatically. But we are blessed and fortunate to be able to be in a safe space while there's children who are cold, hungry, sad. People's houses have been blown up. And I watched a video last night, and it was talking about the refugees getting off of the plane, and there was a young man, and he was like, you know, he was talking about how bad it is, you know, having to walk over bodies to get food. And I want y'all to think this is a war. This is a real legit war. This is not a Disney movie, a Warner Brother movie, a short skit on YouTube. This is a real war where people are losing their lives every day. And after our conversation last night, to know that everything is funded. Everything. Where do the weapons come from? Where does the money come from? And why are there two people fighting over land but destroying the people that live there? Like Hagir said, who are you going to govern? Who? Answer that question.
عايزين يحكموا منه. Who are you going to govern? One statistics that we need to like say it again. In a camp, a refugee camp, one of the largest refugee camp, أكبر مجمع بتاع لاجئين. طفل بيموت كله ساعتين. Every 2 hours there is one child that dies. Just let that think. فكروا في الحاجة دي. Let this thing sink in, right? There are over 19 million Sudanese children who are without education, malnourished, without food, without any kind of support. We're not talking about mental health. We're talking about physical. And we're talking about just the basics needs. الاحتياجات الأساسية عشان ما يعيشوا حياتهم. So just think about that. You know, when you go on your day, I'm not sugarcoating. أنا ما حاطعم حاجة.
You can't sugarcoat.
This is going to shock a lot of people here. Like yesterday, like every day, when I go and I speak, كل ما أمشي وأتكلم في جامعة ولا في مدرسة ولا في المنطقة عشان أتكلم عن الوضع الحاصل في السودان بيكون في نفر ولا نفرين بيتخلعوا. So many people get shocked from hearing that there is a war. And that war, people just heard that it is affecting السودان فيه 45 مليون كان, right? 45 million people. 8 million are displaced refugees, those are not accurate number. دي ما أرقام حقيقية وثابتة. لأنه it is impossible to have accurate number. استحالة يكون عندك أرقام.
And it's only claimed that only 100,000 people have lost their lives due to the war.
Well, more than that. It's more than that. So
that's all they've reported though since 2023. 100,000 people.
Because it's not safe for organization to be there and monitor. And what are they truly monitoring?
They're not. Let's just be real. At the end of the day, I'm sad to say, but we live in society that if it's not happening to you,
don't
and
care.
It's not happening in your neighborhood, you don't care. But you can't be like that. A house divided will not stand. We are one people. All of us. We all have the same blood. We all bleed the same.
Yeah.
And the fact that people like discard it like it's not important. And it's hard for me.
I know.
It's really hard for me.
I know. She's been crying all...
I can't like wrap my mind around it and I don't understand.
And the fact that we've been talking since 2018. الريفولوشن the Sudanese revolution الثورة دي لما بدت 2011 2013 2011 2013 when it started the government start to kill and abuse and rape and prevent them from continuing. They stopped until 2018 وقفوا لحد 2018 and then it resumed back. 2019 the people in Sudan had hope. يعني جاهم أمل إنه حيحكموا روحهم. Just think before April 15 قبل يوم 15/4/2023 next month it's going to be a year. الشهر الجاي حيكون سنة كاملة من الحرب. الحرب في أوكرانيا in Ukraine we see more funds like a lot of people are talking more funds more people are talking about it. That's not me putting someone is down. But that's comparison. دي مقارنة. إنه do we care about humans anywhere or we're just focused on a specific ethnicity and color? هل نحن بهمنا أمان الناس بشكل عام وبغض النظر عن جنسيتهم شنو ولا نحن مركزين العالم مركز مع أوكرانيا لأنهم بيض مش كده لأنهم ما موجودين ما أفارقة. Is it because like it's not is it to me is not a question. بالنسبة لي أنا ده ما سؤال دي معلومة أنا عارفة. Because when we were talking to people here even in Congress لما بنتكلم معاهم إنه ليه why there is billion dollars went to support the people in Ukraine and you're not doing half of that to the people in Sudan.
Not even half.
Not
even a quarter.
Not even a quarter.
Nothing.
ليه؟
Nothing.
You could say I don't have any. ما عندي قروش عشان أدعم بها أي دولة. You can say I don't have any for everyone. But you cannot take a large amount out of our taxpayer check. من قروشنا نحن الناس الشغالين وبندفع ضرائب. The people who pay taxes and you choose to support. You know?
That's the key.
They choose.
You choose who you want to help and who you want to leave behind. And like I told Hagir the other day, the Sudanese people are the most resilient people.
Say that again.
Sudanese people are the most resilient people. Because me, Shamaya Hawkins, I wouldn't survive. I would off myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't survive. I don't have a stand a chance. I could not walk 1 mile, not even a mile. I couldn't even take one step in a Sudanese man or woman's shoes.
Yeah.
And be half the person that they are.
And that was yesterday also, not just Maya, but during our lecture yesterday, like 3 young ladies said the same thing. They said Sudanese people are resilient.
Yeah.
She was following كانت متابعة الحاصل فردها قالت لي الشعب السوداني ده شعب عظيم مجتهد وعنده قدرة بتاع التحمل عجيبة جدا لأنه لو حصل لي أنا كنت حقتل روحي. That was her. ده كلام الزولة. That was her exact words. One of the young ladies من الشابات الصغار الطلبة في جامعة ديكنسون دي. فقالت لي أنا لو عشت في الوقت ده كنت حقتل روحي. I would just end my life. Like I don't have that resilience in me.
I don't. So I legitimately don't, and I can say that to you right now.
So that's a fact. Like we know, but why? This is the same when we talk about like black women here or minority women in the United States. Why do we have to work harder than anybody else to get to the same result? Yeah. The same thing. Why do we have to keep asking and pressuring people to care about Sudan?
You know why?
لأن إحنا نضغط كل يوم إنه الناس تساعد وتحس بالحاجة الحاصلة في السودان. Why?
The system wasn't built for us.
It's not.
We weren't even built into the people of color weren't even built into the Constitution. We were considered lower than an animal.
Yeah.
Okay? The system was not built for us to succeed and for us to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I asked Hagir, like, I don't understand how you could be the person that you are and go through the things that you've gone through. Or for any Sudanese person or anybody who's experienced war, I don't care where you're at, Palestine, Lebanon, Chad, I don't care where you're at. I don't know how you could go through such horrors and still have that caring spirit. I don't understand. Because I feel like myself, I've been through some things and I feel like I'm very closed off. So to still want to give and help, that's why we have these shows. That's why we talk to you, and that's why we hammer into your head every day. And we say the same things every day, every day, every day. Because we need it to click in your mind.
Yeah.
Ding, something needs to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know when the war is going to end.
Yeah, I don't either. Like I was hopeful at the beginning that this is a nightmare. It's something that is going to end soon. I don't know how this will end. And a lot of people that we talk to, they say even if it ends, the people that we lost, the places, the memories, and everything that was destroyed.
The earth itself.
Gonna be able to.
The earth has trauma.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know this. I'm about to go into la la land.
Mm-hmm.
But the earth has trauma. And for Sudan to not just come back if the war stops. I'm sorry, when the war stops. For Sudan to come back, the earth itself, it's going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
There's been bloodshed. There's been bombs. Bodies have been thrown in the Nile. Like, and I don't even know what they did to all the bodies in the refrigerators.
Yeah. Yeah. Before the war, we did a coverage. عملنا حلقة كان عن الأجساد اللي كانت اتلقت في مشرحة التميز، عن الأجساد الناس اللي بيكونوا يقول لك ده مختفي ما معروف وين. Enforced disappearance. People, we don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
Most of those people are already killed and buried somewhere, or people don't know. But the sad reality, I mean, saddest, لأنه هسه دي ذات sad, إنه a lot of people now, they lost someone that they love and they were not there to bury them. Some people did not have the chance to bury their loved ones or to be there for them or to even know. Some people don't even know if they're alive or dead. Something that I don't know right now, how, like TikTok people, we have a lot of people here. If you guys know, do you know that they stopped the communication
February
in Sudan? 5th? That there is blackout. People cannot talk to their family members.
And do we remember what happened? The last blackout?
Last blackout. We did talk about that.
We talked about it.
تكلمنا عن قطعة الإنترنت. تكلمنا عن قطعة التلفونات. The blackout. Thousands and thousands of people who, like, they did that so they can do their crimes without being reported.
Without eyes.
لما تقطع الناس من العالم، قطعتهم من العالم بالتلفون، قطعتهم بالإنترنت، عشان الناس البرة ما يعرفوا الحاصل شنو في السودان. To keep people in the dark, so they don't know, so they don't talk about it. ما حيتكلموا عنها, so they don't try to help and do something about it. But in the process, what they will do is, you are sick, worried, sick, about your family, about your loved one, about anybody that you know, because you don't know what's happening to them. Yeah. And think of one thing. فكروا في حاجة تانية. إنه everyone there, if they need health care, لو يحتاجوا علاج، يحتاجوا مستشفى، لو يحتاجوا دواء, medication, hospital, any kind of care, there is nothing. It's not there. You have to go to a different place, or maybe go miles, or you might not even get it. Most of the healthcare workers were targeted. كل الناس الشغالين في المجال الصحي, they were targeted. So the war is not just like when you bomb a hospital, لما تضرب وتدمر مستشفى, that's against, that's like a war crime itself. Yeah. This is against the Geneva Convention. Yeah. It is like a forbidden. Yeah. In even wars, even a war, حتى الحروبات دي فيها خط أحمر ما بتتخطاه. Even the war has a red line that you do not cross, but they did cross it. They killed workers. They killed NGOs. They killed reporters. You know, anyone that is protected. Yeah. كل الوظائف والناس المحميين بالقانون الدولي by the international law. Yeah. There are people that are protected in any war. Yeah. You know, you don't kill the messenger. Yeah. ما بتقتل الصحفيين، ما بتقتل الناس اللي بيجيبوا رسائل.
Nobody's off limits in Sudan, essentially.
In any war, there are people who are off limit. في ناس في خط أحمر ما بتتخطاه. You don't kill them. Okay? You don't bomb a hospital. Yeah. ما بتضرب مستشفى، ما بتضرب إسعاف, an ambulance. You don't kill people who are saving lives. But this is happening in Sudan. So anyone who has chronic illness, أي زول عيان عنده مرض مزمن, anyone who has cancer, there is an orphanage house في بيت دار الميغوما. That was, many kids died because of hunger, كان at the beginning of the war. And I'm sorry, a lot of people here did not hear this, but you know, like I said, we're not sugarcoating. ما حنطعم لكم الكلام ده لأنه ما فيه حاجة طعمة. There is nothing light on that. Orphanage kids, the one place that was taking those kids in because of lack of access, because of insecurity, لأنه ما كان الوضع آمن إنه الناس تطلع, because of bombing, because of killing, a lot of kids died of malnourishment and hunger. ماتوا بجوع وماتوا بسبب عدم توفر المواد life saving.
And that's not even counting the sicknesses and diseases that come about from dead bodies being, you know, laying out on the ground, people dying from that. Like, I don't understand why we could all sit here and allow it to happen, but we can all be uproar about what's happening in Palestine, and I'm not disregarding what's happening in Palestine. And what I'm about to say is not the opinions of the Hagir Network or the TSLF Talk Show. This is my own opinion. But I don't feel like why we should be all in an uproar for one country, but forget about the other. Yeah.
Be fair. That's all we ask.
Fair is not that.
Yeah.
Just care. Just be a human being, okay? And care about somebody other than yourself.
Yeah.
Millions of people. What's it? 45 million people in Sudan? 8 million people of the 7 million been displaced?
8
million. Over 8 million people have been displaced. What does that tell you? And the remaining people that are still in Sudan, who are still there,
that are suffering from lack of anything and everything. The word. Yeah.
It's torture. You literal torture.
Yeah.
To be in turmoil every day.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah. It is a dark place, and really, guys, we're not here to say stop your life. ما قلنا لكم وقفوا حياتكم. We're not asking anyone to do that because we're not doing it, and no one can do that. At some point, you have to take care of your own mental health. في وقت من الأوقات بتحتاج انك انت ذاتك تراعي لصحتك النفسية. And that's why we take a break, right? That's why we talk about the things that we talk about, because life will not stop. الحياة ما بتجيف، الحياة متواصلة. People are getting married، ناس بتتزوج، people are having kids، بيلدوا، people are falling in love، بيحبوا. That's okay, this is part of life. دي جزء من الحياة. الحياة حتتواصل. لكن while you're living your life, while life is lifing, you know, أثناء ما أنتوا عايشين حياتكم وبتعملوا في اللي بتعملوا فيه ده، just remember, while you're living your life, just remember that there is a part of the world that calls Sudan. في مكان في العالم ده اسمه السودان, and there are people called Sudanese people who are suffering in different area of the world.
And don't take for granted what you have. Be thankful you have a house, you have a car, you have food, you're in a safe place. And
cry.
There's millions of people who don't. And I think that's why it hurts me, the way that it does. Because I don't ever want to seem like I'm ungrateful for what I've been blessed with. But then I feel guilty at the same time that I am blessed. And that there's people who have less. And I get mad at myself when I feel like I don't have enough. Like I feel like I'm the selfish one, you know? So don't take for granted.
Don't feel like that,
don't take for granted what you have. And if you have the ability to share with somebody else, do it. Even if it's a little bit, you know? Don't let nobody take advantage of you. Okay? Don't misconstrue what we're trying to say. But if you can help somebody, help them. Because you never know.
Just talk about it. That's even if you can't do anything else but talk about it. لو كل اللي بتقدر تعمله انك تتكلم عن الوضع، كل ما تقدر تتكلم عنه، توعي الناس اللي حولك، do it. But I want to say one thing. Maya just said something and we really need to be mindful about that. Maya قالت حاجة ولازم كلنا ننتبه لها. The feeling of guilt. They call it survivor guilt. إحساس بتاع تأنيب الضمير بتاع الناجين. The survivor guilt. Please don't fall in that trap. Don't punish yourself. ما تحس تعيش حياتك إنه أنت you're mad at yourself. زعلان ولا غضبان من روحك عشان أنت حياتك. إن أنت حي أول حاجة، وإنه أنت في مكان آمن وبتاكل وبتشرب. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not fall in a trap of survivor guilt. You have to know that you deserve to live. أنت بتستحق أو أنت بتستحقي حياة كريمة وحياة آمنة. You deserve that. Feeling that you deserve it doesn't take away that you can feel sad about others and do something about it. يعني الحاجتين ديل you don't have to be one. You can do both. ممكن تعمل الحاجتين. عيش حياتك وفي نفس الوقت ساعد زول تاني يعيش حياته. So you are human. Think about what is happening in Sudan. حسوا بالحياة بالناس اللي عايشين في السودان. ساعدوا بأي طريقة بتقدروا. Help in any way or manner that you can, but at the same time don't punish yourself. ما تعاقبوا روحكم على انكم انتوا حيين. And this is specifically for the 8 million plus people, Sudanese people who survived the war. كلامي ده بالذات للناس السودانيين النجوا من الحرب وطلعوا في اي دولة ولا قاعدين جوا السودان and they lost someone وفقدوا زول. ما تحسوا انكم انتوا مفروض تعاقبوا روحكم. If you feel like that, لو حسيتوا بالحاجة دي, there is help available. Seek help. فتشوا مساعدة. شوفوا أخصائيين نفسيين. الناس اللي قاعدين في القاهرة في مراكز بتساعد. There are places that you can get mental health help. Anywhere in the world you can get help. Live your life and feel others' pain and help them. الحاجتين دول ما بيتضاربوا. They don't clash. You don't have to do one or the other. Right? So just keep that in the back of your mind. And I know it is easy said than done for many people. I am guilty of that as well. I do feel guilty every time I wake up. Yes, survivor guilt. I feel guilty every time that I wake up. I feel guilty every time I eat a meal. I feel guilty every time I smile or dance or do something. I still do it.
Yeah.
I still do it. And I still live my life, right? And you try to bury yourself in your work. That's one of the things that I've been doing the past maybe 6 months. Because I feel hopeless, helpless and hopeless, right? I feel like everything that I'm doing, and don't get me wrong, I'm doing everything in my power. يعني أفهموني صح؟ أنا قاعد أعمل في أي حاجة أنا بقدر أعملها. إذا كانت مساعدة، إذا كانت أتكلم عن الوضع الحاصل في السودان، that never stopped. الحاجة دي ما وقفت since I left Sudan, and it's never going to stop. حيكون كلنا السودانيين and the people who care about humanity in general, you are going to carry that with you. الحاجة دي بتكون شايلة معاك أو شايلة معاك the rest of your life. You're going to carry it with you all your life. But at the same time, just be mindful to your mental health. Yeah. So I bury myself into more work, and I'm doing way more than I can handle. And sometimes it take a toll. Yeah. It does. Sometimes I feel like it's too much and I can't handle it. But at the same time, it is keeping my mind away from thinking of what is happening. So we are all guilty. We are all guilty of that. We are all guilty of that. But that's why we're bringing it up. It is not a healthy way. This is not a good way to go about. So whatever you have to do, أي حاجة أنت أو أنت ممكن تعملوها, cry. لو البكاء بيخليكم تتوازنوا. If crying is going to give you that mental balance, if burying yourself to your work, تدفن روحك في شغلك, is going to help you do it. Yeah. لو تدفن روحك في شغلك بيخليك to survive or to take that pain away. يشيل منك الألم دي والتفكير الكتير, the overthinking. If that's what is going to help you, do it. If that's your coping mechanism for the meantime until you find a healthy coping mechanism. لحد ما تلقى حاجة healthy, صحية.
And in that time, talk about Sudan. Use the hashtags. Share something with somebody. You're standing in line. You're at a doctor's office. You're at Social Security office. I had to go to the Social Security office today, and I just asked a question. It was quiet, so I just asked the person next to me, "Do you know what's happening in Sudan?" Because I was editing your video. And he asked me what language it was. The ones we recorded. Sorry. Oh. Anyways, so just have that open conversation with somebody. Because you never know who you're informing. And it's important that everybody around the world knows that there is a major war happening in Sudan.
Yeah.
And people are dying every day. Every single day. Mothers, fathers, children, uncles. Every day. And the earth itself is going through trauma. So we have to be there for the Sudanese people. And if that means that if all you have is to talk about it, we're not saying to go find a charity or
what Rania said.
Okay. We're not telling you to
Thank you everyone for commenting, by the way, and helping us with giving us your coping mechanism. اتكلموا معانا عن الطريقة اللي خليتكم انكم انتوا تصحوا كل يوم وتواصلوا حياتكم. Talk to us about your coping mechanism. It might help someone. ممكن تساعد زول تاني. We all have different way to cope. كلنا عندنا طرق مختلفة عشان ما نقدر نتعايش. And this yesterday one of the professors, واحدة من البروفيسورات اللي كانوا معاي في الجامعة امبارح, هي فلسطينية. She's from Palestine. So I asked her, how are you doing? How is your family doing? Her answer is, we're alive. قالت لي عايشين. نحن الفلسطينيين قالت لي لما يسألونا عاملين شنو بنقول عايشين. She said to me, I'm alive. I can't say anything more. And sometimes that's all you can do, to just live, survive. So share your coping mechanism with everyone you know and with us.
Yeah. Rania said, one way helped me to overcome this. I thank Allah chose me to survive, to be able to help who are still there. To anyone who needs help in every way, and in every way I could. Absolutely. That should be everybody's sole mission in life, is to help somebody. And I know it's hard, like especially in the U.S. You know, we're taught what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to have that caring spirit. Don't let nobody take advantage of you.
Yeah.
But you have to have that part of you that is willing to help somebody who's in need.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like we seen people last week, there was somebody who jumped off of the bridge,
mm-hmm.
you know,
mm-hmm.
in Harrisburg. So it's like, you never know what situation people are in their mental state. So if you can help somebody, help somebody. As far as the people in Sudan, we all need to come together for the people of Sudan. And I'm talking to the people in the United States right now who are not Sudanese. I am not Sudanese. I'm Sudanese by heart, okay? But I am American. We all need to come together and help the people of Sudan. Talk about it. To all of our government officials out here who are so busy wanting to buy these lavish things. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing to help? Why do we keep funding a war that's killing millions of people, that's displacing millions of people?
That's a key word, by the way. We said this yesterday, that this war, الحرب في السودان دي مدعومة. It is funded and supported by many countries.
And that blew my mind.
مدعومة من دول كثيرة جدا جدا. Yesterday I talked about that in a college, and Maya and so many people that didn't know. Like, her question was, why is the war is still happening and who is funding it? Yes, Sarah, we did talk about that too, يا سارة. إنه مش بس الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية, US, there are, like, during the revolution, and we brought that to Congress. Trust me, Sarah, وأي زول بيسمح فينا هنا. الكلام ده أنا personally, أنا شخصيا وصلته لما كان بيرسلوا لنا الصور أيام الريفولوشن, when we used to get we have them take picture of the tear gas canisters and the السكسك والguns and everything. We took anything that has made in US or made in China or whatever, we took it and submitted. It is recorded and reported. But again, what are they going to do with it and about it?
And that just blew my mind, because I asked Hagir a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were driving, and I asked why does this still exist? And her exact words to me was, war is a business, a job, business,
a money making.
It's profitable. And when she said that, I tried to understand, but I didn't. But when she explained it yesterday, and you a part of you already knows it, right? Like, a part of you knows this. Like, ammo is expensive, okay? Ammo is expensive.
And they have a lot of guns. Like, they have money. I'm not saying حميدتي مدعوم in Europe. Like I told you, in Europe, they were paying him to prevent the immigration, like immigrant to come to Europe. But for كان عشان الناس المهاجرين دي يقتلون or to do anything with them so they don't reach Europe, right? A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that the front line that's supporting the الحرب تحت اليمن, the Yemen war, those kids who are placed as a wall, they're all Sudanese, taken from their families in Darfur, in Nuba Mountain, in regions, في مناطق فيها حوجات. أهلهم ما عندهم إمكانية, they need the money, or they took them. human trafficking. لما نتكلم عن تجارة البشر, human trafficking is not just sex trafficking, labor. You know, they use them in war. So هو بياخد قروش عشان الناس البيدعم بيهم الحرب. So UAE, there is so many countries that are involved, and I'm not saying that the whole country. There is a difference between the country, government, and the citizens. المواطنين زي المواطنين اللي في السودان. The citizens in Sudan, most of them don't have a hand in this war. Same way, a lot of people in the United States, they don't have hand in this. And most of them, the ones that knew about it, they did something. They reach out to their officials, right? And different part of the world. That doesn't mean everyone is bad, but money talk. You know,
unfortunately,
it's a lot of companies.
Yeah, it really is. Money can do great things. It can change people's lives.
Yeah,
I do believe it can make you happy.
Yeah,
but money can make people evil. It changes their hearts, and it starts to make you see less of people.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, both of those generals are the devil to me.
They are. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We said that from day one. So Saleh Hagir قال, he said, I appreciate what you are doing, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you. And it's a joint effort. This is something that require everyone to take a minute of your time and do something.
Share this live. We have 114 shares right now. So thank you for doing your part and sharing this live to share awareness of what's happening in Sudan. Keep going. Go on TikTok, share the videos. Talk about it. Make your own videos. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. Us sweeping it under the rug and ignoring what's happening in Sudan makes it worse. Because those two generals know that nobody is watching. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. This is, so they'll keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So let's put a spotlight on it.
Accountability. لما الناس تعرف إنه حيتساءلوا حيتحاسبوا. When people know that they are going to be held accountable for their action and they're going to face consequences. Whether that consequences is just, they are different.
They do.
People do things when people are watching. And people do other things when people are not watching. في ناس بيعملوا حاجات لأنهم عارفين إنه ما في زول شايفهم. People doing things, bad things, because they know ما حيتحاسبوا.
And they know that nobody will say anything.
Let's do our part to keep them accountable, to talk about it. Sarah طه قالت كلام مهم جدا جدا. She said a very important comment here. She said, Hagir Network, you are doing a great job already, but please use your platform to resist the racial division that is being heightened in this war. Let me talk about that. خلينا نتكلم عن الحتة دي. The war, it is fueled by anger, fueled by people, other people in other countries, yes. But the main reason is, if you know that saying, united we stand, divided we fall. لما نكون مفرقين الناس التانيين دول بيقدروا يتحكموا فينا مش كده وممكن يكسروك. They can break you. So that's what they said. فرق تسد فرق تسد بالعربي مش كده. Yeah. So when you divide people, you are going to have control over them. And that's why they're trying to heighten the racial differences. They're trying to make it as, oh, those are tribes. بيحاولوا إنه يعملوها حرب قبلية. This is tribal.
And that's when you said that yesterday, it like blew my mind.
Yeah, Sarah, أنا قلت الكلام.
I didn't think that it would, like everybody, you all live in the same country, but it's something. I guess it's the same as anywhere, just like here in the United States. Yeah. But it's fueled for you guys to hate each other. Yeah.
Because if you don't hate each other, you are not going to hurt each other. So what they do, what the government, al-Bashir, the 30 plus year of that regime is, they started by dividing the Sudanese people among themselves. They made sure they're continuing existence is by violence and by division. يعني اجتهدوا إنه الحكم بتاعهم ده يستمر بإنهم بيفرقوا في الناس. They made sure that they divided the north and the south. فرقوا بين شمال السودان وجنوب السودان لحد ما حصل الانفصال until South Sudan gained its independence in 2011, right? And then here in 2003 they started the Darfur genocide and the war in Darfur. بدوا المعارك بين القبائل في دارفور and they just hyping it, you know, and increasing that tension. زادوا التوتر في المنطقة. بعد ذاك مشوا الشمال سد كجبار يعني they destroy cities and buried them, and they're like the Nile River, you know, they have the dam. So with that you caused trauma. You made people focus on their own survivor mode and their issue. لما تاخد الزول في وضع بتاع انه دايما هو في وضع بتاع عايز ينجى بس a survivor mode، بتخطه في مكان ما عنده طريقة يفكر في أي حاجة غير إنه هو كيف ينجو، how to live the next day. Then you are safe. They're not gonna come and fight you. They don't have time to educate themselves. ما حيكون عندهم زمن إنه يتعلموا ويطوروا روحهم and to see that you're not doing anything for them. To have that knowledge and to be able to resist them and to have time to join with the rest of your people so you can fight them or so you can make the difference and the change عشان ما تغير الوضع لو حكومة ولو وضع ذاته ما عاجبك. عشان كده بتلقى إنه في الشرق in east or the west, the north and the south, the whole Sudan, it's being turned against each other. And that's why they survived all these years. And now they're making the war into a tribal war. They're supporting
it's a distraction.
You're giving guns to specific tribe so they can start killing the other tribe, and then you give money to the other tribe so you can fuel that war.
Yeah, so that the generals themselves can say we had nothing to do with this. It's this tribe who's done it.
Yeah, but please don't forget الناس اللي بيسمعوا فينا هسه ما تنسوا إنه منو الصنع الجنجويد. Who created the Janjaweed? It's a militia that was created by al-Bashir regime so they can kill, they can do their dirty work in Darfur. لما كانوا بيمشوا ويحرقوا في الغرة, when they bomb villages and burn the villages, بيحرقوا في البيوت وبيحرقوا في الناس. Whole city areas bomb, and then when the bomb is done, the Janjaweed come and rape and kill and loot and steal. That was what happening in Darfur, right? الوضع ده لما كان حاصل في دارفور بيضربوا الجيش والحكومة بتضرب الغرة وتحريقها. والدقيقة اللي الضرب ده بيجيف الجنجويد بيجوا داخلين ويغتصبوا ويحرقوا ويسرقوا ويمشوا. So it's a system, it's a whole system was created to make the poor poorer, to kill the ones that don't have guns and push them to go have gun. So now you have 2 tribes or 3 or 4 fighting against each other. And that's what they spend their whole life doing. حياتهم كلها حيقضوها إنه يتشاكلوا مع بعض. So they don't have time to look at what you're doing. You can do anything, make any changes. And this is not just in Sudan, even here in the United States. When they're trying to pass a bill that they don't want us to know about, then they create drama. Chaos. Distraction. So بيشتتوا تفكير الناس بإنه يخلقوا لهم مشاكل من ما في. So now when the war started, and a lot of people were taking one side or the other, or there is no side that you can take. I never took any side of anybody that is going to kill someone. So I'll be on your side when you ta'ammir, when you build the country, when you do something, when you fix the infrastructure, لما تصلح الطرق، لما تبني بيوت، لما توفر مستشفيات, when you fix the health system, when you fix the law, when you fix the whole system, the job, the unemployment, الوظائف, المدارس, السيستم, educational system, when you fix that, then you get my vote, you get my support. But other than that, sorry, I am not going to support anyone blindly. You know, even if you bring someone and they agree or they just silence about what is happening, silence is accepting. So when you don't do something,
your agreement with it.
That's mean you are doing something actually.
Right.
When you don't take the side of the people who are being oppressed, that's mean you automatically taking the oppressor side. لما ما تقفوا مع الأشخاص المتضررين معناه يا إما أنتوا داعمين للشخص اللي بيعمل في الضرر أو وقوفكم حياد بدون أي ما تاخدوا موقف. So I mean this is never stopped. We always talk. We talk in the community. Before we go and before we end this, tomorrow بكرة في شابتين موجودات في المنطقة هنا سنترال بنسلفانيا حلا وحنين. I posted a video about them. They're amazing. بنات ممتازات جدا. ربنا يحفظهم و God protect them. They're doing a lot of work. بيعملوا فيه بيقدروا بيعملوا فيه. From here, I want ask everyone to support them. Go talk and push your kids to talk and do something. علموا أطفالكم إنهم to get involved, to do something, to raise awareness.
Bring your children.
To that.
If you are in the area in Pennsylvania and you want to come to the event to support the people of Sudan, bring your children so your children can know what's happening. Don't leave them in the dark. Let them know what's happening in the world too. And I'm going to put it in the comments below. I'm going to put where the event is going to be. And if you have any questions, Hagir is a keynote speaker. Hagir is the keynote speaker. So you don't want to miss that. Let me put this in the comments here. And this has where it is at. There is a QR code on the flyer that we posted on the Hagir Network page. So you can scan that QR code or you can just take...
and go on their websites.
And follow their page, guys.
Follow their page and support them. They're young, two young Sudanese girls. بنتين سودانيات صغار لكن اللي بيعملوا فيه كبير. They're young, but what they're doing is big and important. And so many other women, Sudanese young ladies in different states, in Virginia, in Philadelphia, in different states here in the United States, they're doing events, they're raising awareness, they go out and speak, share the page on the comment, So, you know, a lot of people are doing that, and when you see young people are doing something, support them. لما تلقوا أولادنا وبناتنا اللي تربوا برا السودان بيعملوا في حاجة عشان السودان أدعموهم, support them. And with that, you are supporting the country as well. So anyways, before we end, just do your part. Use the hashtag solidarity with Sudan. Hashtag Sudan. Hashtag any hashtag that is going to bring awareness to the war in Sudan. And do your part. I don't advertise, so I got a lot of messages. I want to make a disclaimer. في ناس كتار بيرسلوا لي في الخاص انه نحن عاملين حمله بتاعت جمع قروش وكده. انا ما بدخل روحي في حملات. I do not post. ما بكتب في صفحتي عن جهه because that means I support that place and I don't know people. I don't deal with money. Don't send me money. Don't send me a fundraiser unless you have something you're doing. Say for example, امبارح اتكلمنا عن الشابة اللي عندها جبنة excellence. We talked about her because her business, we're supporting any business. And with her business, she's taking some funds and sending them to Sudan. All of it, 100%.
Until April 15th.
اتكلمنا عن المشروع بتاعها ده لأنه هي عاملة مشروع وأنا بدعم المشاريع. الحاجة الثانية من لحد يوم 15/4 كل القروش اللي بتجي من بيعة للقهوة بتمشي لجهات قالت. أنا ما بنزل في صفحتي. I don't post on any social media on my page about a place. So just, you know, so everyone, we all on the same page. If you ask me where can I send money, I will tell you, call your family member if you have a family member. الناس اللي رسلوا لي سألوني رديت لهم إنه بتعرفوا لكم زول. Anyone in Sudan knows someone they can trust. أنا I don't put my name in any place that I don't personally know. أنا my own money when I donate للسودان I know who I'm sending it to. برسل لناس أنا بعرفهم. That's it. I do not condone, I do not support any fundraiser that is happening anywhere because I don't know the people, right? So you do your own research. اعملوا بحثكم براكم وادعموا بطريقتكم اللي عايزينها. All I can do كل اللي أنا بعمله إنه أنا ممكن أساعد بمعلومات. I can share your business. ممكن أشارك بمشاريعكم بمعلومات عن الوضع في السودان بكيف شنو الناس ممكن تساعد. بناس عاملين events، ناس عاملين حملات، ناس عاملين مشاريع، حاملين حاجة عشان يدعموا. بقول أمشوا شوفوها. I'll say go check it out and make your own decision. So that's it. Thank you guys. You could be doing anything with your time, but you are here with us and we appreciate you. Remember to be the change that you want to see in the world, and stay well. Keep eyes on Sudan. Support, stand in solidarity with people in Sudan and with people who are facing injustice anywhere in the world. So thank you guys. We love you.
We love you, and we will see you guys live tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 7. I'm not sure if we're going to go live the whole time for the whole event. We will for the speech, but keep your eyes open for TikTok live and Facebook live. We will make sure we have it and we'll record it for YouTube as well. So thank you for taking the time for watching the show today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya. شكرا لكم يا هنادي ونجاة وكل الناس اللي جونا هسه. يلا نشوفكم